Good morning, guys. It's 8:15, and today would have been the kids' first day of school, the girls anyways, and we would have been doing like a morning vlog for first day of school and get ready and blah blah blah. But unfortunately, we're headed over to the registration office because I've been trying to register them. As some of you know, some of you may not, during the summer we moved out to the suburb, and pretty much we have to re-enroll them from the city school into the suburb school. I have been working on that since the beginning of August, I want to say, and I've been emailing and calling back and forth, and I haven't really been able to reach anybody. So we're gonna go ahead over and stop at the district office just to see what's going on. And we woke up without sign, and they are digging up the whole street, so to repave it. So that's always fun. But yeah, come along with me. We're gonna go over to the registration office and we're gonna go try to get this figured out so the kids can start school. So yeah, we're just trying to figure out what's going on. The registration office is not that far from where we live. It's only about 5 minutes down the road. So it shouldn't be too bad. It shouldn't take us too long once we get in there. I do have all my documents as well. But they should already have it because, like I said, I emailed a bunch of their stuff in already. I'm just trying to see where we're standing with that and if they need anything else. I think the only thing they might be lacking is my youngest daughter immunization record, which I've been on the phone with her school trying to get that faxed over to the new school, but unfortunately, for some ungodly reason, even though it says open in their office, they have nobody in the office or answering the phone. Oh, excuse me, it's still early, I'm tired. So, we're gonna have to figure that out as well. I'm gonna have to see if they have her immunization record or if that's something I'm gonna have to get over to them. Today is the first day at her old school too for them kids. So I'm assuming I can probably reach somebody today. I just really dislike having to do all of this extra stuff. Like, I understand they're my kids. It's like my job. I'm their mom, whatever. But I just feel like people should be more competent in their jobs to be able to do things so that we don't have to put as much footwork into getting the things done. You know what I mean? It's been hard to get a hold of their doctor for anything. It's been hard to get a hold of the school district for anything. It's been hard to get a hold of their old school for anything. And I probably could have had this done weeks ago if anybody that was working at any of these places was just on the ball, you know. And I do understand that it's crunch time and there's probably a lot of kids getting registered and whatever the case may be, but at least, I don't know, an email back or a call back. I've left multiple voicemails. I've left multiple emails. And nobody is just even getting back to me. So, but this is literally how far the district is from my house. Guy was a douche. He could have slowed down. Let's go see. It's a perfect spot. We're gonna take this one. Not sure. I think we go in right here. If we don't, I'm sure they'll tell me. Okay, so I think they pretty much have everything they need. They did tell me to bring a basically utility bill. I have a notarized statement, but for proof of residency, but I still need a utility bill just to, I guess, link us to the address where we are living, which we are living there, but they have to prove it because they just can't have people from other districts just saying, oh, we live out here, because they want to go to a better district, you know. So they have to make sure they have enough room for the children that actually go to this this place. And also, I have to call my daughter's school, if not her doctor, and see if they can fax over some immunization records for my youngest daughter, because I do still need those, which I figured. But she does have an appointment on September 17th, and they did tell me that they're not so worried about the immunization records and stuff like that as they are about like the proof of residency and stuff. So hopefully, once I get the proof of residency in, they can go ahead and push it along and the kids can start school. So that'll be good, because my daughter will be excited to hear about that, because she's been driving me nuts. It's her first year of middle school technically, so she's like super excited. Out here they do 5th, 6th, and 7th in middle school, and then 8th and 9th is the junior high, and then 10th, 11th, and 12th is the high school. But in the elementary only goes to 4th grade. But it's a better district out here, so that'll be good. But I had issues with my daughter's principal last year, and she was just very rude, and the way she spoke to people was like uncalled for, and there's so many people out here waiting for the buses. But the way she just spoke to people was uncalled for. One day she got like a serious attitude with me, to the point where I had to step back and look at her and be like, who are you talking to? I'm an adult. You don't talk to me like that. So I was actually going to turn her into the superintendent that time, and I figured let go and let God. But she actually is no longer the principal for that school. So go figure, you know. I guess I'm not the only one who had an issue with her. But let's go get this utility bill and bring it back over to the registration office so we can hopefully get these kids enrolled in school. Right, guys, so I have the bill back over to the registration office. Don't mind the fact that my car sounds like crap. This road is like, they're getting ready to pave it, so it's all lumped up, and they gave us no warning that they were going to do any of this. They usually leave like flyers or something. No warning. Come on, Birdie, get out the way. Birdies are in the middle of the road, so. But it'll be good for the girls, because out here they pick the kids up in the bus at the end of your driveway. So that's definitely better. I'm just coming out on the street here, and I'm trying to make sure I don't get whacked by somebody. The last thing I want to do is get in an accident trying to get the kids registered in school, you know? And people around here just drive crazy. They drive crazy. We're gonna go right back over to this lady, give her this. She's probably like, oh my God. She's like, I'm here till 4. I'm like, I live less than 5 minutes away. I'll be right back. I'm trying to get this stuff done and taken care of. Like I said, I have to go ahead and get on the phone and try to call their school. She was asking for current immunization records and stuff. And the most current immunization records I would have would be from last year, because she's not due for her wild child check and her immunizations until September 17th, which we already have an appointment for. But she's not due. But they basically said that they're not worried about that kind of stuff. They're more worried about like the registration aspect and the residency aspect. And then because usually around here, like a couple weeks into school, the child's school nurse will reach out and say, hey, we don't have a valid physical or the immunization records for this child, and they can't come back to school after said date until they get it. At which time I will provide, if she hasn't already gotten her physical, the paper that says she's getting her physical on the 17th, and that'll be the end of that. But the lady in here is so nice and so sweet. She just kept apologizing to me that I had to wait, and I'm like, no. I'm like, don't apologize to me. Like, I'm a little behind the ball today because I like to have this stuff done. Normally this stuff would have already been done and my children would have already been going to school for their first day today, because I don't like feeling like they're missing out. Especially with it being my daughter's first year of middle school. I really wish she would have had those first days, and they did a locker night where they decorated their locker and stuff like that, and I wish she could have been there for that. But I guess she has plenty of time to make memories and stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and take this in there to her, and hopefully this will suffice. Okay, so that's what they needed. I believe we are all set. They told me it's looking like possibly Tuesday, September 9th that they're going to be starting. They are going to try to, you know, hurry up and get it move on here. But that's what we're shooting for, is September 9th. Which, is it ideal? No. But they have the rest of the year to go to school, so I'm not really too concerned about that. My children don't miss too many days. They, especially the younger two. I mean, the one that's in high school, Lord help us all, he kind of just does his own thing. I do try to make sure he's in school more than he's not, though. And yeah, but them, they love school. They love going to school. They want to be there every day. They got friends. So they're excited to go. The congestion from school buses drives me nuts, because it's not usually that bad here, but during school months, the school buses are on certain times, especially like right now. It's 8:50 in the morning right now here in New York, and the buses are out, so that's quite the pain. But like I said, the cool thing about out here in the suburbs is you don't have to go to a bus stop. The bus comes to the end of your driveway and picks you up. So that's pretty cool. The kids will like that. And they'll be going down right over here, probably about, I wouldn't even say 10 minutes, probably about like 5 to 7 minutes down the road from where we live. So that should be good. But hopefully they're able to get everything in. My kids have everything they need. My daughter's waiting for her supply list, my older daughter, because it wasn't just like a blanket supply list. Each teacher had their own supply list, and it was like specific per teacher. So we have to wait for her to get in the school and find out who her teacher is going to be for her to have her supply list. So we are still going to have to get school supplies for her. We have to, my son started school, so the way his school did it was yesterday 9th grade started, and they start by themselves. And then today 10th grade starts. It's either 10th or 10th and 11th. I believe it's 10th, because I think they do 9th, and then they do 9th and 10th, and then 11th and 12th. Needless to say, he starts tomorrow. So today we have to go get him a couple pairs of pants from American Eagle. for school, and he already has his shirts, his t-shirts, his tank tops, his socks, his underwears. So that's all good. And we bought him a new pair of Crocs because he's like what they call a sneakerhead, I guess I'd say, and he is like into sneakers. He has quite a few pairs of sneakers, expensive sneakers. So he's going to wear some of those this year and just get some new Crocs, and call it a day, because he's got a lot of sneakers and he doesn't need any more. Yeah, we're gonna go in, get some things together in the house, and we'll probably end up back over at the location. We still have a little bit more to do, and then hopefully I can film the location and show you guys, because we're pretty much done. So it's exciting times, guys. Look at all this garbage I gotta get rid of. Those are all linens. You see that back there? This right here? These are all linens that are no good, that need to be thrown away. When I tell you we've thrown out hundreds of linens, like hundreds of linens. And then this tote right here is linens too. And these got like moldy, so they stink. They must have been wet when they were put in that tote, and they were put in that tote months ago, and then just in the tote into the storage unit, which is another reason why it's great that we have a location, and the location is right next to a laundromat, because boom, you get some dirty linens back. They're wet, they're nasty, they got food on them. You take them right over to the laundromat, you clean them, you fold them up and put them away, and boom, now you got clean linens, and that'll never happen again. So okay guys, so this is what we've been working on in the business. This is one of the tables I set up. I kind of wanted to do something that showcases like our dishes. So I did end up putting a plate right here. I'll have to upload a video of that. But this is what I have so far. Eventually there will be different like placemats and plates. And this table right here is the setup for our yard games. Those are the Giant Connect 4, the Giant Jenga, and like a yard pong game. So this is kind of set up just to be cute and showcase the yard games. And no office space of mine is ever going to be complete without, you guessed it, coffee. So we have my new Keurig here. I want to say my mom got it for my birthday back in March, and it's just been sitting around waiting to be used. So what better place than the office? I have absolutely no idea why my face looks like this or why I seem so thoroughly confused. I'm just unboxing a Keurig, but if you know me or get to know me, you will notice that my face is like that probably 95% of the day. So it should be something I'm used to at this point. But let's talk about this color. I love this color. And I'm really not even a big fan of Keurig coffee because I feel like it's too strong for me. But we actually accidentally bought a salted caramel Keurig. And normally we don't like flavored coffee, but I tasted it yesterday. And between the strength of the coffee and the taste in the caramel, I'm so thinking that I'm going to be making some iced coffee with this Keurig, like for sure. But anyways, let's stop fiddling around with this Keurig and let's put some linens on cocktail tables. So we have two different kinds of cocktail tables. We have these ones that are taller, and we have one that's about half this height. And these spandex linens are pretty cool. They just go over the top and hook around the feet at the bottom. And we do have these in black and white. I'm sure you can get them in other colors, but we have black and white. And of course, if somebody wanted to custom order a certain color, we would absolutely do that. Don't mind the hole up there over the doorway. I'm pretty sure there was something there once upon a time, and there will be again. And this is what we're working with so far. This is what we've managed to get done and how we've decorated it. These are our cornhole right here in the middle, and then the rest of our yard games here on this table. Don't mind the fly traps. There were flies here when we moved in, and we're just getting rid of them. And this is our flower wall with the king and queen throne chair, as well as the rest of the area. Thanks for watching. Bye.